Welcome to all of the minis. Which one's best? The Zino Mini hits the FCC database. DJI SE additional information are now coming out. FAA rule changes and trust certificate update. DJI Fly app freezing the open mic and shameless promotion section. Let's get into the discussion. Thanks for joining.
What's going on?
Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the show, folks. Hope everybody's doing well. We got a couple people in the chat. Welcome, and call yourself out if you're in the chat watching in the background. We'd like to say hi to you. Tonight we got a good show. As you saw, we're going to be talking about a couple of topics that are standing out this week, and we got Robbie Gray in the house from Travel Tech 360. Welcome, Robbie. And then we've got Fred with ADK Drones.
How we doing?
Hey, Fred, good to see you again. And then we got Al with Duranify, which is actually hosting this channel right now. We do have some news about that, and we'll be giving y'all some updates along the course of the next hour.
Yeah, it's a fantastic news we have. So as of August, what is the date, Robbie? August 9th, is that correct?
August 9th.
Yep, August 9th. The live stream will move to the World Drone Community channel. So it's a channel we just now created. Robbie, you want to talk about the channel and give us a little bit of info on that?
Well, actually, we started off the World Drone Community group first, Facebook group, and then we started seeing some issues with limitations, like when we want to ask, talk to people, ask people stuff, do stuff. They kind of limit us to what we do. So we decided that we were going to build a website, and there's going to be a lot of benefits built in the website for the members that actually join the site. Hopefully in the future, we're going to be able to use membership numbers and cards to get some discounts on some drone stuff. But as we do this, we decided to go ahead and start a new YouTube channel, and we're going to be hosting that. And we've not set, I guess it'll stay in the same time as Duranify's, because we're going to convert from the Duranify over to that channel, and me and Al will change hosting one week and the other, and we'll do it back and forth like we are with the other guys. And it's just going to be one area that we come to and share the information.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Also, we're going to be, Fred, we were talking about the giveaways, right? So you want to kind of talk a little bit about that and see what we're going to do with that? So it sounds like we're having some technical difficulties over there. So, yeah, so Fred and I had been talking about, doing giveaways. So we're going to be doing giveaways, one per show. And it's not going to be like really big drones or anything like that. But, yeah, we'll be announcing what we're doing in giveaways. So we'll start doing that at the inception of the move. So that's going to be August 9th. We'll have some giveaways, and we'll be.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I might have to drop from being a host so I can be eligible.
Yeah, I know, right? So, and so with that said, I mean, we got some really pretty decent topics to talk about tonight, guys. So we got the battle in the minis. Unfortunately, it looks like Fred had to drop, so he wasn't feeling well. He ate some bad food. I think he said it was one of the pizza places. I don't want to name names.
Yeah. Hope he feels better.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. So the battle in the minis is heating up, right? So the Zino Mini Pro just hit the FCC database. I mean, that means they're almost ready to ship. So that's exciting news. So. And as SE is now in the hand of a couple of people. I can't remember. Anybody in the chat remember who's got the DJI Mini SE right now? Robbie, you remember who's got it? I don't remember.
You're talking about a person or a place?
Yeah, a reviewer.
Oh, I saw something on Facebook. I can look at that while we talk and see if I can locate it.
Yeah,
there's one in Canada.
Right.
I don't know how they got it and we didn't get it, because I'll tell you, when I got the pictures from last live stream, I got it from a company that's a reseller that's in Malaysia. So I had to do some sweet talking. And he's like, don't share my name. We're not supposed to sell them in America. They could hurt the dealership. So I had to actually go in and remove some of the watermarks and put mine. So if y'all notice it had my name on it, it's because there's like, cover my watermark. But evidently they're either shipping them to Canada and people are able to get them, or, you know, they just, DJI released them to them and not the U.S. And I'm offended. No, nothing against the Canadians, but let's keep it fair.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred's back. Welcome back, buddy.
My computer decided to restart itself.
Oh, you weren't sick. The computer was sick.
Must have been updating. Yeah, it was updating or something. I don't know.
Wow.
You and I were, I'm so sorry, step on you, man. I was so excited to ask you the question. I think it was you and I were talking about somebody received the DJI Mini SE, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure who. I can't remember who it was. I know Captain Drone has one.
Oh, that's who it was.
But he's up in Canada, I believe. So.
Yeah, and that makes sense because that market's open.
He said it had a new chip in it, but didn't specify really. I don't know.
He did, yeah.
Assuming it's the new maybe the new main chip in the drone.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the case. I remember we were going over, what chips were in the board from. I think it was at the time it was DJ Drone that posted all those pictures, right? So.
Yeah, drone DJ. Yeah.
I looked on his YouTube channel. He doesn't have anything up about it right currently. Captain Drone, that is.
Yeah, there's Mikey just joined. Hey, Mikey, how you doing, man?
Hey, welcome to the show, guys.
I caught it was like a little card he posted. You know what I mean? Like those little like things on YouTube where they say what's up and coming.
Yeah.
You gotta have like 50,000 subscribers or whatever to post those or something. I don't know, 10,000.
Oh wow.
They won't let me do it anyway, so I'm assuming you need more subscribers. But that's where I had seen it, and it didn't really specify, but he pointed out it had a new chip in it. I'm trying to find it now. See if I can find it.
So just answering to some of the chats here,
Yeah. Yep. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We're getting rolling here.
Yeah, it's good to have you on board, Mike. So, yeah, and so we are just praying that the Mini Pro from Hubsan is as good as advertised, or at least 80 to 70% as advertised. And so let me show you guys. You guys go ahead and keep chatting about the minis, and then I'm going to share my screen once I get everything teed up for you guys. We have some pictures of the FCC filing. So let's take a look at that.
So the DJI Mini SC, I've been saying all along, I've told a bunch of folks this, and I might backtrack a little bit, but I wasn't going to buy that drone. But I have some family that would probably like to learn how to drone, and I would rather not put them in the hands of one of my more expensive drones. So I'm thinking I might once the SE is available to us, I might pick up one or two, maybe two, and then I've got some of my siblings have many kids. A couple of them have 4 kids. And so, I started rethinking this whole thing about the SE, the price point, what it's going to have, at least what we know it's going to have. I think it's going to be a very nice drone for $299. I would probably get the Fly More kit, or the whatever they're going to call the kit with the extra batteries, of course. But I think it's going to be a pretty cool little $299 drone for what it's worth.
I agreed. It's definitely going to pull a lot of money off the table, right? So they're definitely have a good strategy. So I finally found what we needed to share with you guys. So I'll just share my screen. This is not a file. And so here's what it looks like. So nothing new there. And I will also share with you some of the pricing. So here's the pricing that I found associated with this. So these was our talking points, and these were my notes. But what it looks like, the differences between the prices between the 64 and 128 is that it's $50, right? So the 64 gig is $459 at the base model, and then the 128 is $509. So we're talking $50, right? And it looks like the only thing that doesn't add up to me is this. This is $539 and this is $619. So I think they might be including some other items in it. I'm not 100% sure why it's not a $50 differential. But
I wonder if a 3 battery one is the one that comes with the charger, like the 3 or 4.
oh yeah,
Maybe the
yeah,
2
the
battery
hub
doesn't.
charger. That's a good point, Fred. So yeah,
I'm
it
not sure
looks
if
like
the 2 battery one does or not.
yeah, it looks like the 3 battery combo. Maybe that's that makes sense. So that would make it a 619. So yeah, instead of $589, we're jumping $30 more, right? So for $30, what are you gonna get?
I know you're better off getting the batteries you want with them because they're like $70
Yeah,
on their own. So you might as well get at least 2 if you're going to buy the drone.
yeah, and it might be too late for me because I already placed my order, so I'm kind of hosed.
Did you get the 1 battery or?
Yeah, at the time
That's what I always do too, but I canceled my order, so I have to reorder it once it starts to ship.
Okay. And do you want to explain why you canceled your order?
Oh, just because they upset me.
What did they do to upset you?
It was just nonstop crap through emails and just being rude, really. Just being short with me. It's like, dude, I just ask a question and they send you like a rude email, And I could tell it wasn't like one of those generated ones. I actually took the time to type it. So they were.
Really? So it was like a canned rude email. Holy
Yeah, it was like let me see if I can find it.
cow.
I might have deleted it.
Yeah, that'd be good to share with everybody. Now, I asked, I said, like a lot of people, so are you going to make your commitment timeline this time? And crickets. I haven't received an email back. So, because we said we were told it was going to ship by July, 1st of July, and then the apology video came out on YouTube.
Well, good on them for doing that, but
yeah,
it was look. I don't know. It wasn't too little, too late. It was just left people hanging for a long time. But at least they came out with that.
Yeah. So from looking at the pictures, getting back on point, there's nothing new here. This is the Zino 2 controller, running the Lias 3 instead of the Lias 2, and everything else. It looks like a really pretty well-made drone from the pictures, but you can never know until you get it in your hands.
Do you have any pictures to share right now, Al?
No.
Okay.
That's all they gave us. I mean, the only other pictures we can share would be the ones we see on Banggood or AliExpress.
Right.
I'm finding that those websites give you more details than anybody else. Yeah. So that's been kind of like the problem with Hubsan is they're always timeline slip, and their customer support is really bad because Hubsan shut down that California facility, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years. No, it's about 2 years ago. I can't remember the customer support lady that was always so nice, making all those videos for us, man. She made a lot of good YouTube videos on how to update your firmware, what you did, and how, I know when I first got my Zino, without her, it would have been super hard. I would have figured it out, but she, cut the time in like a half easy. All right.
It still says on here 7/31/21 for estimated shipping date for the 128 model. The other one still says to be determined.
So
That's on the U.S.
Yeah, so that's just this coming Saturday. So
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, so what's the deal? Do they have a DVR in it or not? Do you know, are we going to be able to use
I'd suspect no. If they're advertising it, even just one of them at 64 gig or 128, why would they put a DVR slot in it? You know, but
I don't know. The
maybe
documentation shows it, but
yeah.
you know, maybe it was just.
I think it's misinformation, and that it's going to have a slot in it. You can maybe put up to 128, and I don't know why we're seeing a 64 and a 128 separation there, but I think there's some misinformation somehow, especially when we saw the specs with the Type C connector, right? I mean the not Type C, but the micro SD slot.
Yeah, and we were discussing this, Fred. We think that the marketing guys wanted it out of there so they can charge more money for their 64 gig update. Because the engineers probably have it in there, you know. And then maybe, you know, with the decision, if we take the DVR out, we drop in weight and stay under the 250. It could be one of those. So there's definitely a lot of challenges trying to stay under 250 grams. That's for sure.
Definitely.
And that's with the SD card out of the drone, right?
Right. It's 251 grams with the SD card.
Exactly.
Has anybody even weighed one? Do they even have a weight?
They probably don't even have a gram in that card.
And, you know, don't get your hands dirty when you pick it up. Then it might change the weight too. So,
I almost lost my Feeney Mini today.
Oh, no. Tell us about it.
Oh.
It was just stuck there, man. It's stuck out there, wouldn't come back. You know?
What do you mean? It was just like went out and didn't want to come back?
Yeah, it was just like stuck in limbo. I couldn't do anything with it. It was in RTH, but it wasn't moving. It was just like pointed home, but just hovering there. Like it was all right.
What you do?
Finally, I just had to walk up the road and get signal back, and then I just flew it back. Yeah, it was just hovering there.
Oh, the settings were set correctly and everything?
Yeah, everything was set up right. I've had that happen with the 2020 before too.
Yeah, because everybody's going to say, "Hey, man, did you check your settings?"
Oh yeah, yeah. I just updated the camera firmware today to I've got the 2011X firmware, which is actually really good. Other than it messed up the RTH. The picture, the quality is a lot better though. They fixed the dark edges by the looks.
Al, I'm reading the comments here on Zigzag Ground Zero said that about the chip shortage. He said just Air 2S, he's wondering about the prices of the drones going up because of the chips not being available. Maybe he should go out and buy another one while they're available of the Air 2S.
Hey, I tell you what, if there was any drone I was going to buy two of, that would be the one. Definitely. Hey, now Al, let me add something too. I quickly looked up the weight of a micro SD card and I put it in the chat. It's 0.25 grams. So it doesn't weigh. It'll float away if you blow on it.
Yeah. Well, so it looks like the QC guy's in the house, guys. Welcome, Chris. How you doing, buddy?
You're welcome. Johnny Drone Flyer's in the house. He's on vacay.
Oh, lucky guy.
He's got his with his family.
Yeah, there he is. He's on vacay. Good for him. Oh yeah, Johnny, man, you posted that cool mat. You can walk on the
his kids were climbing all over that mat floating in the water. It's like an island.
Yeah. So yeah, Johnny, that looks like fun, man. I want to see you on it and see if you can stand up on it. Okay, so we're thinking that you think they're probably getting enough chipset to. I wonder what chip is the one that they put in new in the DJI SE. Anybody in the chat know? Drop us a comment, guys. Let us know.
You know, that brings up a good point about what chips. In my mind, I wonder what chips are in shortage, what chips are not in shortage, what chips are they saying are in shortage just to drive the prices up, supply and demand, kind of fooling everybody. And then I don't know. I guess to me it would be nice to see a list of what companies or what localities where these chips are being made and which ones are in short in short, more in demand, but shortage. I guess I'm trying to get that out.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense, I'm really, my mind's cloudy on it because I don't know, and you don't see anything out there to say what chips are exactly in shortage.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Robbie and I were having that discussion, and my wife's transmission dropped again. And so I got it repaired, and AMCO, and it fell apart again. But so we're car shopping, and they're having a huge problem with that because of the graphic chips required for all the sensors in the car. So we got cameras in the front, and the back, and the side, and rear, and corners, right? And so they just can't get enough of those video chips.
Shortage there too, huh?
Yeah, man. So that's what we're thinking. It's kind of like the AMD, NVIDIA chip shortage. Those are the big powerhouses of like large computer chips that we see used in, a lot of the systems in the car. Because nowadays, one car is a network of probably 100 computers. It used to be like 3 or 4. Now it's just like incredibly laden with sensors and
you're not fixing them yourself anymore.
No. So how do you get around that? Well, you get very good warranty, or you pay for the extra warranty, which I know you've done that with your car, Fred. Which is
I did. I did this time. I usually don't, but they talked me into it when I bought it somehow. And
through my life, I've always bought the extended warranties with everybody telling me not to do it, and it has not paid off. This last time when I bought my 2017 Dodge Ram, they offered me a 5-year, 75,000 mile, and I'll make the story quick, but it was like $2,800, something like that. And I said, nope, don't want it, don't need it. And then they dropped it to $2,500, $2,200, $2,000. Finally, I was done with the deal, and the guy that was selling the warranties called me into the office. He said, hey, I'm gonna throw this at you just so I can throw another sale on my books. I'll let you have this for $1,500. And I looked that up. That was under their cost. Somehow or another they had worked a deal out with the company that they dealt with. So anyway, the story goes, I finally got a good deal on one. So if anything fails on my truck, I'll probably get my money out of it the very first time.
Yeah. And, kind of segueing on your conversation there, Original Dovo posted a video about how he crashed his FPV drone pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
And how, he's already, it cost him, oh my gosh, it cost him, $250, no, I think it's $200, $199 for the first incident, and the next incident that he had, because he's crashed it 3 times, and they fixed it 3 times. And, so he paid $199, and then another $250 for the second one. Now he's got to pay again. So he's like, I could have bought like 2 additional drones.
Yeah.
And I got a donor. So that's the thing about DJI Care is, you get the care, but you have to pay for each incident as you go along. So
I do like. I was on their site yesterday looking at the Air 2S one because I did not buy it in time. I had like 48 hours after I, put it in DJI's system, and I missed it by accident. And I could have probably called them and figured something out, maybe. But I went and looked at it again, and they have a flyaway cost now as well. I didn't know that they had before. I think it was a replacement for a flyaway was $199 deductible or something like that, part of the refresh that they
really?
have. Yeah,
Wow.
I was looking at it. I might have misread it, but there was a flyaway. So if you don't even have the drone, I don't know if it's because they can see it in their records from the data that gets pushed back to them, or off of the controller or your phone.
Probably
I don't
the controller. I think off the controller, because I
Yeah.
remember when Al Skydio went down, they wanted information out of his controller. 'Cause remember
Ah.
how they were wanting to know what the
Yeah, and all
elevation
that,
was and everything
all-
else.
Yeah,
But we
and
had
all-
video along with that of me passing him. So we had my video showing where his was going down. So he had a lot of information, and Skydio did him good. I'll say that.
That's
They did
good.
him good.
That's good.
So QC guy says that that's correct.
Yep. Yep. It looks like they're putting that in. I didn't ever see that before, like with the original Mavic Air or even the Air 2 when I did buy the refresh on that, and I think it's still good. I still have the Air 2. I think I have somebody that's going to buy the Fly More kit from me at a pretty good deal for them. It's my uncle, so I'm gonna give him a really good deal. But I think that's transferable, right? I'm pretty sure the refresh is transferable.
It goes
Yeah.
with the drone, not the owner.
Yeah, for the drone, right.
So Maddie's saying that State Farm is better, and the only question we have about that is, will your premiums increase once you report
No.
a incident?
Nope, I can answer that question for you. So I've been in contact with my local State Farm, which I have on my automobiles. Used to have the house as well, but that's another story. We don't have that anymore. But it's a rider policy, or not a rider. It's a separate policy.
It's a separate policy, right?
Policy. So it's not supposed to affect anything else, and it's not supposed to. I'm gonna say that.
I have mine through Allstate.
You are Allstate also?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And I've been told $60 for it with one drone, but I've heard some people say they've got a couple of their drones under that same policy for $60 for 1 year. So I'm not sure
I
if
have
that's
four.
the case.
I just paid it, so it's like 78 and change.
Oh, wow.
I just paid it like 2 days ago.
okay.
very nice,
So
very
you
nice.
recommend, you have Allstate. You
I
recommend
have
Allstate?
Allstate, yeah.
Have you?
Now that's just liability though. That doesn't cover anything on the drone. That just covers like if I smash into somebody's.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
That's liability.
So the
Okay.
one I want to get is the one that covers the drone. That's it. The one, I forgot what that kind of policy they called it, but it covers photography equipment. And this drone, the drones have photography equipment on it. So that's
Do you
why
have
they can put it.
liability? Do you have liability too?
I don't have liability, no.
Okay, interesting. So you have to get a different policy for liability
Yep.
and one for the drone. Okay.
What about the care for the DJI? I mean, if it went down in water and you lost a drone, do they still
Right.
cover it, or do you have to have like a arm, a prop, or something? I mean, I wonder what that rule is, and I wonder what the price is, because I had read before something about there's like a flat rate you pay for a replacement. So my question is it for if you lose it, they give you another one, or are they saying, hey, we got to recover the body, we want the body of the drone? That's my question.
I think it's two different things, actually, to be honest,
Yeah.
especially when I just was, when I was talking about the flyaway thing. If you don't have the drone, you pay a much higher price to replace it. $199 is what I saw for the Air, and I'm looking it up on DJI's site now if I can verify it. But and then if it's a or a Care, and you send it in and you've got the drone, then it's whatever, the $99 for the first time and $179 for the second time, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's different for every drone, of course, price wise.
Yeah. QC guy said you need a drone unless you buy Flyaway. Yeah, you need to have something to give them back for sure.
Well, I'm almost feel like that's not the case with the policy that I see for the Air 2S that I just read, but we can verify that. I'm gonna look at that while y'all are talking.
Okay. All right. So we'll wrap it up with that update from Brad on that subject matter. So we still have a few things to cover, guys. So we were talking about the FAA rules update. I know that that's close and dear to your heart, Fred, and everybody else here too. You want to talk about those, and then Robbie, would you mind talking about the trust certification stuff that's recently been requested by all the flyers? So Fred, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm pulling up my stuff. If Robbie's ready, he can go first.
Okay, no worries. We'll well, in the chat, or leave us a comment. Which drone out of the minis you guys prefer? obviously we haven't had a chance to fly the Zino Pro, Mini Pro is what I meant to say.
I mean, I don't think you can touch the Mini 2 for DJI. I mean, just all around.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the leading contender. It's no doubt. Unless the Zino Mini Pro can lock in like the Mini 2.
Yeah, that's what does it too.
Yeah.
It's just like the hover, just the stability, all that. It's right there.
That precision, right? It's so precise. And when you fly the Zino product line, man, you're always like, okay, here it comes, ready to catch it. You're like, here it comes.
I don't think I put my hand near that one.
I was going to say, I don't do any hand catching for that.
In the areas I fly, I have to, otherwise it goes in the water. So,
I've had to save the 2020 from going in the water a few times.
Yeah.
Wait out and get it because it was just landing on its own in the middle of the freaking river.
And you couldn't override it like DJI?
No, it was just lost all signal. I had a while there where it was just like cutting out and you couldn't get it back.
Oh my gosh, no signal on coming down.
Yeah, you had to land it, reset everything, and then you could get it back. It was something going on that finally, thank God they fixed it. I don't know really what it was, but
oh my gosh, and Doc Murder FPV. How do you say that, Doc?
That's Doc Murdoch. That's Chris.
Hey, Doc. Yeah,
that's Chris.
Doc. Yeah, he's waiting for the
I see Sergio.
Mini.
Sergio Toto's in the house as well, part of Fly Zone. Welcome.
Yeah. The Autel Mini should be interesting. I wonder if the Mini will come with a built-in screen, like the regular Autel, right? The Evo. That would be cool if you got like a Pro Controller, right, Robbie?
Yep.
I almost regret selling mine now. I almost might buy another one.
What? Did you sold yours? Oh,
yeah, I sold my Evo too.
Oh.
I didn't like, I hated the app. That's why I just hate that app, man. I don't know why.
What was it? Just not intuitive for you?
I just couldn't get like comfortable with it. It was just like cumbersome for me.
Yeah, and the Hubson app sometimes are like that too.
Now I kind of just wish I still had it. I don't know. It was paid for. I mean, I actually got what I paid for out of it. I think I lost $50 on it. But.
Hey, Ray Kelly's in the house.
Hey, welcome, Ray Kelly. Yep. Sorry, I'm slacking. I'm slacking here.
It's okay. There's 4 of us to keep us all straight. Okay.
I did find some information out on DJI site. If Fred might have some more.
Go ahead.
So very easy to find under their support. So for the Air 2S, it's $99 for 1 year, and you can get a 2-year. I forgot what that was, but I think it's $179. They give you a little discount. You get 2 replacements in 1 year, but the first one's $119. The second one will be $149, and then I was way off on the replacement. For flyaway coverage, the replacement for the drone will be $499 for the Air 2S. So that's a lot higher than I thought it was. I misread that before. So that's on that one, that drone. I think maybe I looked up the Mini 2. Maybe that was the difference last night while I was looking around.
Okay. All right. So we have 25 minutes left. So Fred, take it away.
As far as the rules, I mean, we all know it's 400 foot, basically. That's just the way it is. I don't think they're ever going to change that. They might, if anything, they're going to lower it.
They're going to lower it because they're going to give that.
Yep, I think we're going to see it lowered to 200.
I think 200 to 300. They're going to give that airspace to the delivery drones.
What do you think about the line of sight? You think?
I think they're going to do away with that.
I think so too. I think technology is going to improve over, more and more and more, and it's going to be a lot less risky and a lot safer. And I think they'll do away with it as well.
Like with the new announcement, that was the biggest thing I was reading. It nowhere in there did it say that. Only specified that with FPV section. In the GPS drones, it didn't say you couldn't fly out of line of sight anymore. Only at nighttime is the only time it said that.
Hey, I want to thank QC guy. Sorry for the interrupt, Fred, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Appreciate that.
peace, love, victory, all that stuff. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, the line of sight stuff. I mean, because the technology is so good, right, Fred?
Yeah, the way they're wording it's weird though. It could almost go either way. It's like, are they going to let us do it or they're not? Nowhere in there did it mention remote ID too in that new little announcement that they put out there. And what was it? Beginning of the month.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I heard there was a lot of lawsuits on that too.
Really?
So they might just be doing away with that part. And, I mean, most drones have it anyway. I mean, DJI's already got it. I mean, we're already using it basically. It's just we don't, there's no app where everybody can see what you're doing.
It's not being enforced, right?
Yeah, because race day quads is one of the major lawsuits there, right?
Yeah. I kind of feel, and Mikey on Fly Zone Drones, Michael, he just posted, yes, eventually I believe they will. I kind of feel like it will because they put so much into it. What it's going to be, what the ultimate end product, I don't know, but I have a feeling it's still going to be there at some point. But right now, it's just up in the air. Yeah. Well, literally up in the air.
Pretty much, yeah.
Up in the air. No pun intended.
No pun.
Yeah, I thought I had.
Well, I was going to throw something out really quick too, and some of this discussion is related to it. Ken Herron was on. Oh my gosh! Now my mind's gone blank. Somebody's show the other night. I can't remember whose it was. He is going to be on a panel with FAA stuff, and I think it's directly with the FAA.gov, and he's been invited to be part of that committee to bring in his side of it and his opinions and work with them. And I know there's a lot more to come with that. I don't remember which show he was on. Somebody in the chat might pop it in there, but it was pretty interesting to hear what he's going to be involved with. So we will have somebody representing us that really cares about it, and he cares more on our side than he would on the FAA side of the way things are today.
Yeah, that's awesome that we have somebody from the community that we kind of relate to, right? Because he's into FPV flying, and he also do it in very creative, photography.
Right. Oh, Maddie's saying he's going to be on Drone Nation tonight as well. I think that's what I understand he's saying. So I guess he'll talk about it some more tonight. Cool.
Yeah, the Congressional CBO stands for what? Congressional. Maddie, what's CBO stand for? Anyway, he's talking about it's called
community-based
organization. Yeah, that's right. So you should know that, right?
Wait a minute. I looked it up on Google. It says Congressional Budget Office.
they do the same thing.
You gotta wear your FAA hat, man.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I know, Robbie, you just recently took the trust certificate. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, a lot of people. It's funny because a lot of people that don't even have their 107 think, well, we don't need the 107. We're not going to sell anything. We're not going to do anything. Well, now trust is in act. So you've actually got to go take the trust exam online. And I actually took mine from, I think it's Pilot Institute.
Yep, that's the one I did.
It's,
so easy.
Yeah, it's 22 basic questions. They'll give you 4 or 5 questions, and then after they'll ask you the answers for what you just read. So it's really easy to do, and afterward you just print out your certificate and you keep it with you. Now, one question that I've seen that a lot of people have had is, if you have a 107, do you need this? And here's the short answer, because nobody's given the exact answer. If you're flying recreational, even though you have your 107, you have to have your trust. If you're flying commercially, you don't. And I know it sounds kind of stupid, but that's the way they've set it up, because it's for the recreational flyer. And actually, I think it's a really good idea, because I took it, my brother both took it. It's the same questions. There'll be like 4 questions. You got to pick one. When he took it and I looked at his screen, it had the same questions flipped upside down. So it's kind of like one of those deals where if you can't pass it the first time, you can the second. It took me 15 minutes from start to finish, and then you just print it out. And I don't know, maybe it's good for people to kind of pay attention to what's going on. And basically, it's kind of like a handbook that companies used to give out when they had management in a company to control the employees. They'd make them read a book, and on the back of the book, they would have to sign their initial, and the company tears it off. So when you violate a company policy, I didn't know it. Well, you read the book. That's exactly what this is. Exactly what it is. But it's pretty neat. A lot of people don't understand because they think, oh, the FAA is controlling everything. Actually, the CBO has the guidelines for it. They do the guidelines for the FFA. And that's who put together the test questions for this. But, I was reading the other day, since everybody is starting to take the trust, a lot of people now, they're really pushing and trying to get people to get the 107 because they're saying, hey, if you're making YouTube videos and you're generating money, that's considered commercial. That's going to be the next push in the next 2 months. You wait and see. They're going to push that, and they're going to force everybody to get it because, honestly, I will not be selling anything. But, of course, if I have to use it from a YouTube channel, absolutely I will do it. But it's good to do. I think it's good to do so you have the knowledge, because there have been a lot of times where I haven't been sure about, elevation or where I can fly and where I can't. And I know we have apps, but you guys know, anybody that runs these apps, when you open them, what's the first thing the disclaimer says? Even though we're recommending this, you have to take your own steps. This is not a guaranteed answer. So it's kind of up in the air. So, on the trust issue, you do need to take it. Anybody right now that's actually going, they have to take this test, and you have to pass it in order to fly. It doesn't matter if you're flying a Mini or an Aspire, you have to take the test.
Yeah, what you're seeing on the screen is actually, a video clip that I took from my test. So you can see that, this is the modules that you have to read and use, the things you got to do prior to flight, right? So yeah, it's pretty nice little setup because, everything's there, and easy to understand wording.
I put the link to the FAA Trust Portal page in the chat for folks that might need to go there. I will add one thing to all of this. You can download your certificate, which I highly recommend. PDF file, very easy. But as soon as you leave that website, there is no login information. They don't store it. They don't have it anywhere. If you lose it, you just have to retake the test, and it's not a big deal. If it takes 10 minutes, so 15
take a
minutes.
picture of it.
Yeah, that's what I did. I have it on my cell phone in a secure folder just for me to have with me, and I printed it out, and I have the PDF stored on my computer. So, but it doesn't hurt my feelings if I lose all of that. I'll go back and take it again. It doesn't take but a few minutes. Very easy.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
And it's highly recommended. Back to your point, Robbie. And you have to have it regardless if you have 107 or not. And I was going to bring that up. And even more so, if you don't have a 107, it's a really good thing to go through at least to get a better idea on some of the things to understand how to fly the drone safely and safely and legally to some degree. I mean, it's very simple to take.
You were going to say, Fred?
Yeah, as far as YouTube, you're all right as far as not having your 107 too. I mean, it's the intent of the flight really that they're looking for. You're not intending to, you're just flying for yourself. I mean, if you're putting stuff up there, people watch it, that's for them. Well, anything that comes over here is donated too, so you're not really like selling it, it's donated.
The issue is now.
Once you get over 1,000, that's
monetized. Yeah.
So once you're over 1,000, now as long as you don't monetize your YouTube page, you're fine. But as soon as you monetize it, then that's when you need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once you get 1,000 subscribers and you want to monetize, you might as well just get your 107.
Yeah, that's when 107 is required, right?
But until you get 1,000, you're fine. Or if you're not monetized, even after that, you're fine.
Right.
Hey, I want to. Yep. Sorry, Fred. I want to welcome in Bob Casey. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live show.
Yay, Bob. Hey, in the comments, I put in the link to the StreamYard live stream. So if you want to join the panel.
I got somebody at my door, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think me and Al both are monetized. I'm not sure who else, but this is something I definitely want to do. I don't want to run into issues. It's really strange. Overseas, there was a guy from UK, and he was doing mainly GoPro. He didn't really do any drones. It was an older guy, and he actually videoed a bunch of people. And at 2 separate occasions, man, they took him to court and sued him. Dude lost like 50 grand
Oh my
because he didn't
gosh.
have approval to be videoed. So be careful if some of you guys are in different countries, and check your rules, whether you're using a drone or a GoPro, because man, that, you know, you're that far away from home and something happens. Those aren't $500 plane tickets.
No, they're not. Man, don't want to be caught with your pants down like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but you know, they're really
Sorry.
pushing. Yeah, they're really pushing on the
Easy revenue.
107s.
Yeah, easy revenue, right?
That's right.
It's like the cop behind the sign, you know, at 25
Oh, that's right.
miles an hour. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I mean,
Reminds me of my days of going to the clubs and getting drunk and leaving the club, and there's cops sitting right there at the front door when you walk out and you're drunk in public.
Hey, Uber, not then.
Not back then, but yeah, taxi cab or something.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So we are rocking and rolling with time. Gosh, where's the time?
Hey,
go?
Al, you might go ahead, because we only had 1 or 2 people online at the time when you were telling about the live stream, and I think everybody's on there. You might want to mention it before people drop off at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it now. I'll go ahead and share my screen, so it's a lot easier for everybody to see and for me to read, actually. So here's the deal, guys. We made a World Drone Community YouTube channel starting August 9th, 2021 of this year. The Duranify live stream will move to our new World Drone Community channel. And there's the link to the channel. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get everybody informed that we're now moving to the World Drone Community channel. And that channel also has a website that will be streaming everybody else's channels too. So we're going to have a schedule of all the channels, or not a schedule. I mean, thanks to Johnny and
Johnny
Captain Ray,
Dropflyer. Yep.
and Captain Ray Kelly for putting that, you know, YouTube live stream lists. They compiled the list, the times and when and who's streaming. We'll keep that up to date, and we'll keep everybody. So what we want to do is give back to the community. And if you register on the website, you'll get an ID number that will later empower you to use some discounts associated with group buying power from the
And no cost to join, right? No cost to
Yeah,
join.
it's totally free.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally free.
So, you know, kind of like the community-based organization, we're going to call, this is going to be our drone organization, pull everybody together. Because one of the things that, you know, the community-based organization could stray a little bit, you know what I mean? Because humans are humans. If that CBO is not in line with our point of view, we can, you know, gather some information and post about, you know, we got a rogue member over here that, you know, trying to enforce some wacky stuff. So that's the things that we have to keep vigilant about with CBOs, right? So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. And
Hey, so I don't know if we have time, and I don't have a lot of information on this, but I know Maddie's in the stream and knows a lot about this other topic that we had on the list tonight, was the DJI Fly app freezes and crashes after SC update.
Maddie, you're welcome to join us if you want.
Yeah, he could probably. He's talked about it quite a bit on some other streams, and he's had a lot of issues with that. I didn't know if anybody here in the panel.
Yeah, me too.
I have not.
I've been talking about it for days, man. It's been freezing.
So I had an update on my Mini 2 when I was flying it the other night at my uncle's house to update the DJI Fly app, and I said yes, but it didn't install it, so I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, and Chris, QC guy here, did your Mini 2?
I think he left. I think he had to go or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, he had something crazy go with his Mini 2, right, Fred?
Yeah, I think it just flew away or something, or just, he lost it, but he did find it.
He did find it. So
I'm not sure what happened.
maybe reset I don't know, it's hard to say, but we're just kind of speculating that maybe something new. I mean, because I lost 5 minutes with of contact with my Air 2S, and it was just a time lapse or hyperlapse that I was doing in course lock, and I had set it to 2 meters a second, so I wanted a very fast moving hyperlapse and very far, so I had set it for 20 seconds. And when you set it for 20 seconds, you're kind of gambling a little bit. I got it back with 2% battery.
Wow.
Right back.
Scary. You were like, woo.
It was one of those that I was getting ready, had the door open, car started, and ready to drive to it. Because I could see it, I could see it. I was like, okay, I got it over the parking lots. I'm okay. Which is happening right where you work, Brad, right there in Knowles, right there at Innsbruck Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that the other day too when I was flying, and actually I didn't notice it until I was watching one of my videos back, and I lost signal with I was flying the Air 2S.
Oh, you were watching your screen recorder video.
Yeah, well, I was watching it later on when I got back, and I noticed that when it went into RTH, the drone really didn't go into RTH. It actually just started flying forward, and then it went into RTH, and went up. So it actually went like maybe 400 or 500 yards before.
Holy crap!
Went into RTH.
That's not good.
That's a lot of lag.
Yeah, I don't know if it was for me like still pushing forward, going the other direction, and the drone was turned around, to come back.
The RTH should have overrode that until you hit cancel anyway.
And then it was like, and I went back and looked on my thing where you can see what you're doing with the controller, and I wasn't touching the controller at the time. The drone was just doing all that on its own, and it was like literally flying the course that I flew there, just in reverse. And then it just stopped on the corner and went up, and and as soon as it went up, I got signal back. But
yeah,
it did that all on its own. Yeah, I mean, if there was anything there, I mean, I don't know if it would have stopped. I mean, I had the sensors on, so I would hope that it would go around it or stop or whatever it was set for, but who knows? But I think that something's been screwed up ever since they launched that SE.
Yeah, that particular one was, and Maddie put it in there. I think it's version 1.4.8. That's the one that's the bad one. No. And I don't think there's been any updates since then, right?
No.
I think that's what I'm on too.
Yeah, we're all on that because, we trust SGI to come out with good stuff, right? And
they dropped the ball on this one.
They dropped the ball on this one. Definitely hurts watching your, $1,000 out there going, come on, man, you got to get on back here,
No kidding.
Yeah, it was definitely nothing to sneeze at. Let's see, anybody?
Looks like Bob Casey had an issue as well. He said his screen went black and then went into return to home. It came back and he said he canceled it and then landed it himself.
Really? Okay. So he lost.
That's kind of scary. Yeah, the screen goes black. You can't see anything. That's really scary.
Yeah, that's what happened to me first. I thought I had a bad cord and I changed the cord, but it still did it.
Man, you gotta trust that return to home. and when the app is not working correctly, you can't trust the return to home. So it's scary.
The mechanical button.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's like you lose all confidence in it, right? And confidence is a big deal flying far away sometimes, right?
Or anyway, really.
Or tracking something, right?
Balls, really.
Yeah, because you're expected to be looking at it with a reasonable amount of lag. 15 milliseconds, 20 milliseconds is fine for FPV sometimes flying, but maybe 1 second that's acceptable. That's
That's still a lot, but
yeah,
there shouldn't be anything really in my mind.
Yeah, when it turns black,
I don't expect it with the DJI anyway.
It goes like that when it turns black.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
But I had my Air 2. I'll tell you, we were flying. Was it Libby Hill or something?
Yeah.
I was flying out over the water, and I was like, "Al, what do you do if the screen goes black?" He goes, "What?" And it sure did it. It did it a lot, and I think we did an update afterwards that fixed it. But my app kept doing that.
It's and. You were using an Apple device, right? An iPhone?
No,
right?
actually, no. Oh,
I use ISO only.
Yeah, and you were using an Android device, right, Robbie?
I'm sorry?
you were using an Android device, right? Android.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Mike in the chat said he had issues too. Not to interrupt you, but
Oh my gosh.
he was there to us yesterday.
Yeah, jump in. Yeah, and I run an Android. I run an S10e, Samsung phone. Well, a couple of years old, maybe a year and a half old, but good technology. I trust it. So, I don't know, man. It's just that's when you wish you had your smart controller.
I noticed
I wish I had one of those.
I noticed the compass has been off too in the DJI since for I don't know last week or two too. It's off like when you line up the drone.
Yeah.
I know where my drone is, and I know that I'm not like when I'm pointing here. I know the drone's over here.
Right. That's the same problem I had.
And it's been doing it. I mean, I've calibrated. So it's something in the app or something in the drone that's doing that right now. Because that's really hardly ever off. Once in a while, then you do a compass calibration or whatever, and it's fixed. But
I wonder if it's obviously it's picking up the compass. The compass is actually probably using a compute power on your phone. You know what I mean? As you move it around. So I wonder if it just that communication not correct between that USB app, USB. Now, what I'm trying to say between the phone and the controller.
Oh, the Bluetooth connection, maybe.
They're not talking nice to each other.
Yeah. Something skewed enough because I've noticed that big time. And you're like, wait a minute. I know you're not there, so I get it. Yeah. So we're approaching 3 minutes to the end of the show, guys, and we've had a really good show.
I want to welcome in.
Joining. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if anybody welcomed in earlier. The Grant Daniels Band, welcome into the chat and live stream. We appreciate you coming by.
And Jake's Drone Life is here too.
Hey, okay, I didn't see that. Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I'll give him a shout out here. Thanks for joining.
Nice. Yep, we've got 23 watching. That's a record for us.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, and I mean, it just takes a matter of getting a little bit of momentum. And
momentum is it. Yeah.
It's synergy, whatever you want to call it.
We got to get in the groove. We got to get in the groove.
The algorithm.
The algorithm.
That's even better. Good one.
That's probably a Duranified algorithm as well.
That's right. It's been modified, trust me.
All right, so just to recap everything that's going on. So the live stream on Duranify is going to move to a new channel August the 9th. From August the 9th, we're going to be moving to that. And we're going to be doing giveaways, okay? So they're going to be pretty cool giveaways, something useful. Every week, we're going to be doing a giveaway for you guys. So start spreading the word. You'll be able to use and we'll be giving away stuff. Oh, yeah.
First giveaway. No, that's the first giveaway, a bottle of wine. No, that's not going to be it. I'm sorry. No.
I'm 13 subscribers away from 1,000, so I'll be giving away a drone.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know we're going to do self-promotion here coming up, but Fred's channel, ADK Drones, if anybody's not subscribed to him, let's see if we can get him over 1K. Yeah. I've been putting the word out, trying to get folks, anybody that's near the 1K, I try to put the word out as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm pretty close too. I think I got 153 people on my channel.
Hey, we got to start promoting your channel too.
No, I don't have anything on it yet. I got to get rolling on that. But anyway, yeah, we got to get you there, Fred.
Okay, so on my channel, the Duranify channel, I'm going to be giving away a prize, a mystery giveaway every 1,000 subscribers. So right now I'm pretty far away. I'm still like 700 subscribers away. So if you guys can help me out, let's get to 1,000. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Fred is doing a very nice giveaway. So Fred, you want to tell them what you're giving away?
Well, hold that thought, Fred. Al, your channel's at 3.26K subscribers. I thought, what were you talking about?
Yeah, I need about 700 more subscribers.
To get to 4K. I got you. Yeah. Sorry for the interrupt. Go ahead, Fred.
Yeah, I didn't make it very clear. So I'm glad you asked the question because that clarifies it. So at 4,000 subscribers, I will get 4K. Sounds better at 4K. I'll get something. But Fred, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to make it a choice between the DJI Mini 2, the FEMI Mini, or the FEMI 2020. So
Wow.
the winner will have a choice between those three drones.
Wow.
I know some people already have, some of the drones, so they might not have one of the other ones. Hopefully somebody wins it that doesn't have one.
Yeah,
But
that's
we
exciting.
can't control that, so. But there'll be a choice to whoever wins out of those three drones. And it'll be new too, it'll come right from the dealer to factory, right to whomever wins.
And I just put your channel in the chat, Fred. So there it is.
I'm not gonna try to order it then ship it to somebody. That's just a hassle. I'll just buy it and ship it to whoever wins it.
And we're going to dovetail that same concept, Fred, with the giveaways on our channel too. The first couple giveaways might be stuff that we have unopened in our warehouse of stuff.
I got totes of stuff too.
Yeah, so it might come from us directly, but from there on it'll be something coming from Amazon or whoever the vendor is. So that's exciting news. So August 9th, moving to the World Drone Community channel. We'll keep hammering on that theme just to make sure everybody's aware that's what we're going to do. Robbie or anybody else want to do your shameless promotions?
On the World Drone Community that we've got going for the new channel, we need to lock in that name. So we need to get 100 subscribers on there. We've not put anything on it yet. We'll put the link over here where you guys can click. Go ahead and subscribe. It's going to help us lock down that name a little bit faster. That way, when we start doing more advertisement and different stuff, we can actually use the name and people can find us. Because without it, unless you know the link or have a friend there, you probably won't find it until we can lock down the name. So if I can have you guys help us out and actually, help us get in that category, just a short message. One of the reasons we started this is when Al lost his drone, when you go to a manufacturer and say, hey, I lost a $1,500 drone, a lot of times you may not get that phone call saying, hey, we're going to take care of you. So myself and 5 or 6 other people that were on YouTube, we went to the manufacturer and wrote notes and said, look, he promotes your product. He helps you. They helped him. By building this community up, it's going to give us a say-so. So when we have trouble and issues in the area that we are in flying, we can work as a group to go to those manufacturers and say, we are the voice. Here's what we need, and here's what we want. It'll really help everybody out. That's why we started creating this, because it gives us a place to come to. We're all in different states, and your states may rule different from the other states. The World Drone Community is going to be set up for all the countries and all the states and provinces. So when you have an issue or a law or a problem, you'll be able to not only watch our YouTube channel, you'll actually be able to go to our website also, and it's got all the information for the different locations. But we really need your help to get the 100 subscribers on.
Agreed. And in the comments, I put the link to the World Drone Community channel. So Fred, Brad, everybody, Maddie, Bob, John, help us out.
Everybody click it and please subscribe.
Yeah, I want to add one more thing real quick. I want to add one last thing for Al. Any of you guys that have got streaming channels that we may not have a list of, get with Al or myself and let us know what those channels are, because as we get the website up for World Drone Community, we're going to have a player on that, and we're going to try to have that playing different stuff all the time. And we would like to welcome you to bring your content over to that channel for our library. So as people go through and you're not doing your normal stream, if they're not watching on your YouTube channels, they can come to the World Drone Community and actually see your channel, and we'll let you use that space to store your information for your videos for the whole community.
Yeah, so it'd definitely be like a community-based organization for the World Drone Community and the droning community. Sure, that's
my name is Michael. I'm with OmniView Tech.
So it sounds like Fred got a phone call, so he dropped. So that is it for us, guys. I mean, we're definitely 5 minutes over. I was going to play a couple videos to show The same shameless promotions. I had one from.
I would, Al, I would say continue to go, folks. If y'all want to hang, you can. I know the Grumpy Vlogger has already started his live stream, and at 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Central, I guess it is. There will be Drone Nation. And it looks like they, of course, somebody said it earlier, Ken Herring should pop in on their show at some point and maybe talk more about what I mentioned earlier about him working with the FAA. So that looks interesting. I'm going to pop the link up for Drone Nation in the chat right now. And make sure you guys join. That's a really good show, along with the Grumpy Vlogger is as well.
Yeah, that's a good call out. I'm glad you called it out, because it's important that we support those other channels too, just like they're supporting us. So we'll continue to, do that. So question, guys, anybody posted on TikTok on the comments? Drop us some comments and let us know if you're posting on TikTok. So I started posting on TikTok, and here's my TikTok video. So here's my shameless promotion TikTok video. Here it comes.
That's something I still haven't quite adapted to yet. But we appreciate folks hanging around if you want to. If not, we understand there's lots of live streams going on around the drone community, so it's hard to keep up, but there's so much we want to get in an hour, we can't do it. So I say roll the videos after you're done with your TikTok there, Al, and we'll continue on, and if folks want to hang, they can.
I've got to get going, guys. I've got a couple things I've got to do, but
Fred, it was great seeing you, man.
I will see you guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll see everybody else next week.
Awesome. Take care, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, so nice TikTok. That's Richmond, Virginia, right, flying down through the canal there.
Is that the FPV, Al?
No, that was the Air 2S.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that like a hyperlapse, or did you turn it into a hyperlapse?
I turned it into a hyperlapse. Yep.
Okay.
And I had a star filter on there from the star filters from the JSR series. It's about, I don't know, it's half the price of what you get from the Freewell all-day pack.
Yeah, absolutely.
It comes with 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it comes with 8 filters, and one of them is this star filter that you see. And I just love how this sunburst comes through here. You can see right through the building, and you get a little burst. So
I actually have those. I actually have those in my cart right now, I think. I'm trying to locate them and pop them in the chat, because it looks like a really nice set of filters.
So there it is. The hardest part is flying backwards. And don't.
And you actually, this is actually flying backwards, right, Al? That's what you told me.
And there we are. And that's it.
And I'm gonna pop in the chat those the ones that you were talking about, the filters.
Oh yeah, awesome. Thank you.
I wanted you to show my new intro, Al. But I don't have it on my computer to show it. I just released my first video in 6 or 7 months, guys, because I've been busy. So check it out. It's Nashville, Tennessee, before the explosion. This weekend, we're going to go down and film again of the destruction that's still there, so you can see the difference of what it looked like before the explosion and what it looks like today.
Okay, so here's a video. I'll share my screen again.
Yeah, we got a lot of Nashville people that watch, and thanks to my brother for putting it out on his Facebook channel. We've had it out since Thursday, and we've gotten almost 7,000 views on this video. It's the AT&T building. It's really funny because Ken Herring has a video of flying the Aspire, and he flies the same exact route as I flew this. I think I flew mine before him, but he was in Nashville when he flew it. Yeah,
and he's done a lot of videos from here before. He's gotten escorted.
I wish when I made this, I would have used the version I have that goes all the way to the top of the building, because you can see the Batman ears sticking up better. But
yeah, and that's where they were flying.
Yeah, the bomb went off to the right of this building. Looking at the image, the bomb went off in the right. So The buildings that you see that are right here in the front on the right-hand side, it was on the other side. So a lot of the windows in these buildings that you're seeing now, I think they're still blown out. We're going to go down there and see this weekend. Everything on from Baker Donaldson over to the right of the first layer of these buildings that we're coming down on now, all of those are where it actually exploded.
Wow.
And there it is, guys. The American flag. We stay strong. USA strong.
Yep.
So,
God bless the USA.
God bless the USA. And yeah. And so check out Robbie's channel, guys. Travel Tech 360. We're welcome to put that link in the channel, Robbie, if you want to promote it. Yeah. So anything upcoming for you guys? Anything that you're working on that you want to talk about before we drop?
I don't have anything. I was hoping to go to Florida next weekend, but got a few things that kind of holding me up. Go ahead, Al.
No, don't you have a meetup with Ray Kelly?
I was gonna go to the Providence, Rhode Island one with
yes,
Mark Fisher, and it looks like that's this coming weekend, and it looks like it's not going to work out for me. There's too many things going on. As a lot of folks know about my mother's passing, I now have a vehicle problem where I was going to drive to Florida. I got something I need to fix on that. So it seems like there's a couple of things that are keeping me from going on any trips. So I think I probably should take the hint and hang around the house for a little while and get a few things done. And then I have Minefield, Tennessee, Ken Herring's birthday bash, FPV flying. I'm gonna try to go to that event. That's about 11 hours from here. And Al, I know you and I kind of briefly talked about that.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to do that. That's August 21st, I think, on a Saturday.
Right.
That's pretty much all I have going on. Yeah, 21st of August, Saturday.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I was trying to find one more video that I put together, but I'm not sure I want to share that right now. Just not looking the way I wanted it to look. But that is it for tonight, guys. Unless you guys want to ad-lib something else, I think we're going to call it the night.
That's all I have. But it was a great show. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Well, like I said, we had 24 at one time. People are dropping off, which I understand that. There's other live streams going on, but we definitely appreciate you hanging out with us.
All right, guys, have a good night. You ready? Good night.
Have a good one.